W's and L's, a weekly recap show where we give a dub to the things that we like and an L to the things that we don't.
I got a laundry list of L's, so that's where we're going to start.
Yikes.
Like a very, very long list. First one I got is going out to Joe Rogan, who had Cheeto 45 on his podcast this week and asked about 1.5 tough questions.
Well, of course.
I didn't watch the whole 3-hour interview.
Neither did I.
But I watched enough of it to know that he was jerking the former president off for the majority of it.
I see this is going to be one of those W's and L's where you take a lot of my topics, but it's cool.
I'm disappointed because he said he wasn't going to interview him, and then he decides to interview him, and then gives him the softball of all softballs.
And you just know that he wouldn't do the same for Kamala or any left.
I would just rather you not bring either one of them on.
I would agree.
Just rather you not bring either one of them on.
Wholeheartedly agree. Podcasts are the thing for presidential candidates this election.
Yes, it is. Yes, they are.
I don't know what to make of it because it seems like you're trying to use the podcast or the listener, the viewer, are trying to use the podcast for unbiased, but then they're going to clearly biased media forums in Joe Rogan or The Breakfast Club for, Kamala.
Fucking Aiden Ross.
Or Call Me Daddy for Kamala.
Yeah.
So it just seems like you're clearly going to places where you're going to get these.
Oh, and it's not going to end. Kamala is going on Club Shay Shay, or at least that's the discussion.
He's
right
going to
now.
ask her easy questions.
Easy questions. Like, man, Shannon Sharp don't ask regular black folk questions hard. So I don't know what he's supposed to do to a presidential candidate.
So on one end, I want to give a dub to podcasts because I feel like, hey, maybe by 2028 we'll be a good enough podcast to get some presidential candidates, but maybe not because they don't want to deal with hardball questions.
Yeah, I don't know what to make of Joe's performance there with old 45, but do better, brother. Do better. Moving on to my next L. Well, I guess this should be a dub. I messed this up actually.
Oh.
Yep. I'll let y'all decide. So basically, what happened here is Chris Mad Dog Russo of First Take. Mm-hmm. One of the only voices willing to be critical these days of LeBron James and anything he got going on in the league, was not very impressed by last week's publicity stunt of LeBron and Bronny. The fake photo ops, the mic'd up interactions that are seemingly, innocuous and natural, but everyone on the planet knows that LeBron knows when he's wearing a microphone. So the completely scripted moments of him being with Bronny, it just it didn't feel right to me. But in any case, Russo expanded upon it further. And he did so on ESPN, on First Take. Well, he was on Dan Patrick later that week, the Dan Patrick show, where he revealed that he was approached by somebody at ESPN who offered him up the opportunity to kind of sit out on the Bronny segment and not maybe say too much. It's like, hey, if you want to take a pass on the Bronny thing, we'll welcome that kind of thing. So Russo takes that to Stephen A. and says, hey, look, if y'all don't want me talking about Bronny, I'll butt out. I want to keep my job, obviously. Mm-hmm. Stephen A. told him to let it rip. And so he did. So, I couldn't necessarily give him a dub because you still work for the folks, and that's sure to happen again. I don't think Stephen A. is going to be able to protect you forever.
Right.
I don't know. The L is more so, I guess, to ESPN, to the rest of the people at ESPN besides Stephen A. Smith. Because, dog, I mean, when Ken Griffey Sr. was still in the league and Ken Griffey Jr. came in, Ken Griffey Jr. was still, first of all, Ken Griffey Jr. was one of the best young baseball prospects we had ever seen. Mm-hmm. So there was no, hey, I need to have it in my next contract that my son gets to play here. Like, that's not even something that would have to be done. Yeah. So it just didn't feel natural. But Bronny's going to be splitting time now between the South Bay Lakers and the Lakers. I don't know why. If his contract is fully guaranteed, then let him cut his teeth versus NBA players. You can't have it both ways. Yeah. You can't say, oh, well, he needs to develop, send him to the G League. His contract's guaranteed. Whether or not he earns minutes at the G League, he's going to be here next year. He's going to be here the year after.
Maybe he'll be in the G League all that time.
Like, okay, but he's still got 3 guaranteed years in the NBA, whereas most guys don't get guaranteed a year at all. They have to earn every second they're on the NBA court.
Facts.
So, I don't know, man. I think they kind of tanked the boy's career. I don't know how there's up from here. He doesn't really do a whole lot well either, so it's not a whole lot to build on. All right, moving on to my next L. Abercrombie and Fitch.
Yeah, this is a crazy story.
Dog. What the F? What in the what? So the CEO of Abercrombie and Fitch has been arrested this week on charges of sex trafficking.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And what is being alleged is that it is through the recruitment process for their male models that they set up this sex operation, this sex trafficking operation.
Which makes everything that Abercrombie and Fitch has
used
ever
to stand
marketed
for, fam, it makes
crazy.
so much sense. The fucking heavily perfume scented shit, it was probably drugs in it. It was probably mind controlling them.
Yo.
No, I'm fucking around. But no, the fact that you couldn't walk in there without seeing an Andrew Garfield was pretty obvious what was going on there. Not a lot of black dudes with dreadlocks. Matter of fact, not a lot of dark-skinned black dudes, period. Just, a lot of whites.
Worked for Abercrombie.
Yeah, what's up?
I knew a guy in my freshman dorm
Ouch.
that worked for Abercrombie.
Did he ever come home with a limp?
Not that I'm aware of.
Because apparently
it wasn't that long either.
That was part of the deal too. So not only did you have to fit the mold a certain way physically, but you also had to be amenable to going to the Abercrombie freak-offs.
Yeah.
You also had to be, willing to put some of your sexuality to the side, whatever orientation that may be. Just go ahead and check that, because they came here for boys. And they want boys.
Which, putting it out there like that is so crazy to me. Like, you want to be forward so that people can be like, oh, there's nothing going on there. That's just their marketing. But in real life, it's a lot going on behind that.
This is also connected to Jeffrey Epstein.
Sure.
Right. Abercrombie and Fitch is owned by Limited Brands. Limited Brands is owned by Les Wexner. Les Wexner's boyfriend, allegedly, is Jeffrey Epstein. Jeffrey Epstein was granted power of attorney over all of Lex Wexner's shit.
Had a whole place in New Albany.
All of it.
That was on Lex
Had power
Wexner's
of attorney
compound,
over every dime.
where he was doing stuff to women out there.
And selected Homeboy, the CEO that got arrested, and placed him in that position to do exactly what he was doing.
Yeah, that's the other crazy thing about all this.
So, yeah, man. Nasty work at
This
Abercrombie.
might be done pretty soon.
I'm glad I never indulged in the brand. I don't have any hoodies or anything to throw away.
Right. I had a
Uh,
Hollister hoodie once, I think.
did you? A Hollister? It used to be Hollister, right? Abercrombie was Hollister?
Hollister was a brand under
Abercrombie.
or one of those two. I had one,
Gotcha.
but that was the only thing I ever owned from them.
Let's go on to Miss Drea Michelle. I didn't think that I didn't think that you could come off as a worse person than dating a guy that's younger than your son, getting pregnant, running up the alimony and the baby child support, all of that shit. But then, first of all, congratulations to Jalen Green on his new contract extension, $230 million. I don't know how or why, but congratulations all the same. Now, it's one thing to text Jalen Green if you're his baby mother and say congratulations. Maybe a call. Maybe a post congratulating him. Showing your own gleeful excitement that your baby daddy just got paid.
It's crazy.
Your baby daddy that's 20 years your junior. Ew.
Insane.
Ew.
Insane.
Somebody get this girl out of here. And it's just a crazy look, too. Niggas already think that you trapped my boy. Now you clapping. Oh, wee.
Yeah, because that's your check.
I'm going to Bora
feel
Bora.
You feel like at least. You came up.
No, that's craziness. I don't even know how you look at a person like that. Are they still together? Like, do they go together?
Is the rumor true that she said something to Bronny? Or said something about Bronny?
I don't think that's real.
That might not have been real. I just saw it in passing and I was like, yeah,
I don't think that was real.
That seems to be behavior.
I don't think she would jump out her skin and say no shit like that. First of all, I think she most like most black celebrities, she spends a lot of time in LA. I wouldn't want to run into Savannah James after saying
Savannah whoop her ass.
I wouldn't run. She from Akron, you know what I'm saying?
Savannah
I think
whoop her ass.
if the cameras ain't around, you just walking down the boulevard, she might touch you. You know what I'm saying, for something like that.
Yes.
So I don't think it was real.
Also, yeah, I knew Drea was terrible when she left her kid so that she could go vacationing somewhere else, and she left her kid at the house.
I forgot about
2 or 3
that
days.
shit.
Yeah.
That was on a show, wasn't it?
I think so.
She did that shit on a TV show.
I think so.
Where the fuck is CPS?
She's a piece of shit, man.
Jesus Christ.
And she thinks her honus can't get deleted.
So Abercrombie was a booty patrolman company. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Under Abercrombie. Paul. Under Abercrombie.
I saw that.
Oh, okay.
I saw that.
Eddie Murphy been in a million movies, huh?
Yes.
Million movies, bro.
A million. Yeah.
Name one other than what? Was he in Harlem Nights?
Yes.
No. Name one other than Harlem Nights that Charlie Murphy was in.
That Charlie Murphy was in?
Yeah, I don't think he was in Harlem Nights.
Oh, no, he wasn't it.
He was in
Charlie
Harlem
Murphy
Nights?
was in Harlem Nights.
Okay, cool. So name me, yeah. The question still stands. Name me a Eddie Murphy movie other than Harlem Nights that Charlie Murphy was in. But to give you some insight, let's let Tony rock. He's going to tell us why this may be.
How is it that Eddie Murphy is your brother, and I don't see you in no Eddie Murphy vehicles, Charlie? How is it that Chris Rock is your brother, and I don't see you in no Chris Rock shit? And now, before you answer, here's the one that fucked me up the most. The movie that Chris and Martin was in, where they played brothers.
So that
fucked me up. I'm going, not in a million fucking years do Chris Rock and Martin have the same facial features.
Yes.
Tony is his brother and look like him. How is Tony not in the fucking movie playing his brother?
I'll give you another one. They did The Longest Yard in Arizona.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Him and Sandler.
Yeah.
Joey Diaz. Joey Diaz, my man forever. Joey Diaz is my man forever. Joey Diaz said day one on the set, he walked on the set, saw all the people in the prison. My brother came on set ready to shoot. He said, hey, hold the fuck up.
Where's Tony?
Where the fuck is Tony? So you mean Tony doesn't fit in this fucking movie? I said, Joey Diaz, you my man forever.
Yeah.
You my man forever, Joey Diaz.
Explain that to me.
To try to explain. To try. I can't.
And if you're in the movie,
Listen.
the money stays in the family.
Listen.
Literally.
I agree. I'm going to try to explain to you guys and you. And I'm not saying this is going to make sense, but my brother sometimes, and you can see it in what he does in his movements and his actions and stuff like that, like Martin in the movie, he's a businessman when it comes to his movies and TV stuff. You know what I'm saying? So Martin's bigger than me. I need to sell this movie. Tone's my brother. Yes, there will be some, hey, him and his brother in a movie. Let's go check it out. But him and Martin push the needle more. I'm only speaking on that movie in that regard. I get it. I was like, okay, I get it. The one that fucked me up. Here's the one that fucked me up. And I've never told anybody this. Only a few of two of my boys know this, and maybe, my siblings. When he did the movie Top 5.
Oh yeah.
I was on tour. I came home for a week. I was at the Comedy Cellar. We hadn't seen each other in a while, and we don't talk a lot. Now since the divorce, we talk a lot more. But he was in his space where we weren't really talking a lot. And I walk in the Comedy Cellar, and he's there, and he's at the table with Colin and all of the guys, and I'll go over to say what's up, and he goes, "Hey, got a movie, man. Put you in it." I did not ask for anything. Chris will tell you, I've never, like I said before, it's on the Headliners Only. I've asked him for 5 favors my whole life. He said no every time, and I swore on everything I loved I would never ask him for anything as long as I lived. So that night, I walk in the Comedy Cellar. He goes, "Yo, I got a movie. I'm putting you in it." Now I got to do my due diligence. Okay, who do I have to call? Do I have to audition? Do I have to send a tape? No, you good. We're shooting in New York too. I'm like, bet. summertime in New York. I'm gonna be in New York for the summer. I'm gonna be home shooting a movie with my brother for the summer. I'm beyond excited. It don't get no better than this. I'm thinking this is another one of those things where people never know how close you are.
Right.
So it's New York. Everybody that's a stand-in, I know. Everybody that's background, I know.
Everybody.
So I'm on tour, waiting for the phone call. Tell my management, tell my agency, yo, once he calls, we're gonna pause the tour and go shoot the movie. Yeah, bet, we ready. And I start getting phone calls like, hey, I'm on set. Where you at? I'm like, what you mean you on set? We started shooting today. Today was the first day. Oh shit. Well, I didn't get a phone call. A week later, some chick. Hey babe, where you at? I'm doing background on this club scene. Are you here? What are you talking about? Yeah, we shooting. The top 5 is up and running. Like a month in. Nigga, 2 months in. I get a fucking phone call. Yo, you at the rap party? We here.
Oh.
Damn.
Yo, bruh, that shit crushed me. That shit crushed me, bro.
So why didn't you
Look,
call?
I've never seen the movie Top 5. I shouldn't have to call.
Yeah,
You said to your brother, I'm going to put you in a movie.
I feel you.
I should just get a phone call like, yo, tomorrow we'll be here at 2 o'clock, we shoot. Or, yo, give me your email, I'm going to send you the sides.
You had to be angry.
Bruh, it devastated me.
Dog. Dog.
Yo.
Come on, man. And it's like, I hear the people already. Do your due diligence. Why didn't you call? Why didn't you have your agency check? This is my fucking brother. This is my blood brother.
Yeah.
Came out the same womb. You can't text me. You can't call me. It's no type of communication that can be done for you to tell me like, hey, bro, we starting up next week.
Mm-hmm.
We starting up in a few days. Hey, bro, we're starting up today.
Like a quick text.
Like, because here in my mind, if I'm Tony Rock's older brother and he didn't do his due diligence to get in this movie, I'm gonna run his ass. I'm on his ass.
Mm-hmm.
You always asking me for movies, you don't show up on time. Why you ain't here? Right? Like, I'm at least doing that. I'm at least talking shit to him.
Right.
This feels like manipulation, man. This feels like, oh, I was gonna offer it to Tony, but Tracy Morgan came on and I'm a businessman, right? So let me just ghost Tony. Let me ghost him so I don't have to deal with what is sure is going to be an argument. Again, that's a whole bunch of speculation. I'm just trying to piece together what ended up actually being and what Tony Rock just told us.
Yeah. Charlie was in Norbit.
He was in Norbit.
He was the.
He was in
along
Norbit.
With Cat Williams.
Hey, Eddie Murphy done did a whole lot more for Charlie Murphy than Chris Rock has ever done for Tony. I'll say that.
And then I looked it up. I also saw Vampire in Brooklyn, but I don't
remember him in Vampire Brooklyn.
I don't remember that at all. But it has been a while since I've seen it though. So
That was dude from Living Color. That was the zombie. And then John Singleton was in there. Who was Charlie Murphy in Vampire from Brooklyn?
I can't remember. Might have been a very small role, if anything. Charlie wrote Vampire in Brooklyn.
Really? Damn.
That's what MoFly says.
Wow. I didn't know that. Shout out to Charlie Murphy. Starring Angela Bassett and Eddie Murphy. Real good film. LeBron's getting an L from me.
Oh,
LeBron is getting an L from me.
the LeBron hater is back, ladies and gentlemen.
Did y'all know LeBron was a comic book fan? Because I sure as fuck didn't know.
I believe he would say that.
I sure as hell didn't know. Where's the tweet? Where's LeBreezy's tweet?
LeBreezy? Is his name?
LeBreezy. Best place to order comic books from? ? Used to collect them when I was younger. Batman being my favorite. I can order and read them from my iPad, or best to do it straight from. Oh my god. I can order them straight from my iPad, or best to straight off the comic? ?
LeBron is just everything to everybody.
Fam, you are a comic book fan, like you are a Godfather fan, like you are a Malcolm X historian, like you're a Liverpool fan. Why does this nigga lie so much?
Don't think I didn't notice the autobiography sitting up there.
Yeah, well, we've actually read that book.
Oh, okay. All right. Let me find out you on page 1.
I read it before the person who's actually reading it right now.
No, I mean, we talked about the book.
Yeah. So, again, wait. Best place to order comic books from. First of all, number one red flag. Does that sound like a person who has a love for comic books?
No, but to be
What are we
fair,
even talking about?
he could have gotten them from somebody. Somebody could have just gave them to him.
Fam. Okay. You don't know how to, you don't know how to find a comic book store?
Yeah, that's a little crazy.
You don't know what Marvel Unlimited is?
Asking on Twitter as opposed to Googling it is nuts.
Used to collect them when I was younger. Show me. Show me. Show me. Lying bastard. Why you be lying so much? Lie. Why you lie so much? Batman being my favorite. Boy, name me 5 Batman villains right now. Give me your favorite Batman arc. No. You can do it. You could probably get to it. Well, not the arc thing, but the villains. Give that question to LeBron James. Joker.
He could get off Riddler because
Bane.
He could get off Bane because the movie.
Riddler.
Maybe Penguin because of the show.
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
That's crazy. He's not even gonna call him Mr. Freeze.
Colin Farrell.
That's crazy.
Tiffany Haddish. Also getting an L for me.
Okay.
Just being a nasty person. Nasty person. Now, the whole time while I'm playing this, I want you to keep in mind, Tiffany Haddish is African. She is Eritrean. She's Eritrean. She's African. Keep that in your mind while you listening to her. Okay, this is on Ida Rodriguez's podcast, which I haven't heard anything from Ida Rodriguez in a long ass time. Surprised she let this coon come on here and say this bullshit. But anyways,
I can
cue
smell
it
your
up.
stomach in the back of your throat in this car. I can't do it. I'ma tell him.
This has come up. In another show. You know, the funny thing is the windows are up and you see the fog, and it's like
I think
a
Ida's
scary
trying to make
movie.
it
You
funny and
like
take
this.
tension away from
again.
attacking the person.
This is the worst. And I told them, and I got them a whole gift basket. So I'm in Africa. I'm probably wrong for this. I don't care.
Okay,
But my
first red flag.
was
First red flag. I'm in Africa, bitch. You're in the entire continent of Africa? Where are you at in Africa? I wouldn't say that like that on a public platform. And I am not from Africa. I was not born in Africa.
Yeah, I'm over in Africa, right?
Don't have roots, family, lineage that's identifiable in Africa.
I don't think you would say that about any continent that's not Australia.
Like, I'm in Asia, right? I'm in Asia. Where, fam?
All right, so get this. I'm in South America.
I'm in North America, fam, right? I'm in America.
I'm in North America. It's crazy.
Yeah, I'm in North America. It's crazy. I'm in South America, right? Where? First red flag.
extremely human.
Okay.
Extremely, like 7-8 days human. No soap, no water. Just strong. It was burning my nose. Now everybody in the car, everybody else in the vehicle like this.
Everybody else in the car being
Holding their
courteous
breath.
and just letting the driver take them to their destination without, verbally
said-
accosting him.
I called out the driver's name. He's like, yes, Miss Haddish. I was like, what you been doing all week? He's like, what? I said, what you been doing all week? Because I could smell it on you. He was like, what do you mean? No, I don't do drugs. I don't do it. I said, I ain't say nothing about no drugs.
You sound like an auntie though, right there.
Whatever you been doing all week, baby, I could smell it. And I could tell you it ain't been hitting the water. Okay? You ain't hit the water. The water ain't hit you. Maybe the water came out of your body. Maybe you took it in through your mouth.
What did he say?
But you didn't put it on. But he was laughing and laughing. Everybody in the car was laughing. But I was like, bruh, I'm serious. You smelling very manly. Now it makes me want to take you.
Everybody in the car was laughing, including the guy that she disrespecting, right? If it's even true, it's got to be one of them uncomfortable laughs. Like, okay, I want this to be over, right? And so he took it, and he laughed it off, and then she triples down. No, I'm serious. You African stinky person, you stink. If you, I'm gonna let you finish because she threatens the man. She threatens him. If you don't stop stinking,
Give you a bath. Can I give you a bath, brother?
Can I give
He was
you a
like,
bath?
what? I said, I will scrub
Can
you
I
baking
give
soda
you
and
a
peroxide
bath?
in the water.
Oh shit, that's
And
the
this is not
bath
even
scrub,
comedian
that's the
funny.
mouthwash, that's the
It's the everything, girl.
Keeps
That's
your
the
stomach
disinfectant.
out.
Yes, that's the everything. I said, I'll give you a peroxide and baking soda bath.
What about your feet? Is it good for your feet? too?
Yeah, it's good for great for
She
your
keep
feet.
trying
Great.
to
This all
get
takes the
this
calluses
girl
off and
off
gets
of
rid of
this
fungus
personal
and all that.
attack of this dude, and
So,
she will
yeah,
not
I
take
offered
the
him
hint.
a bath, and he laughed. I was serious. I didn't laugh not one time.
No.
I was dead serious. He was laughing. Everybody in the car was laughing. And then I told him, don't come back to work tomorrow where I could smell you. If I could smell you and it don't smell like some cologne that you bought over the counter
No.
and just the cologne, it's going to be a problem. Make sure I can't smell you tomorrow.
Did he come back tomorrow?
Damn, this man is a driver in what I'm sure is a third world country.
Yeah.
In a third world country, this is probably one of like 4 jobs for him. Don't come back smelling like that. Don't you come back smelling like that, or I swear to God.
Is this when she went to the grocery store, or when she met the what do they have? A king, a president of Eritrea?
I don't know if she was in Eritrea, because imagine being from there and then calling that Africa.
I've heard stories of her being in Africa twice, and those are the 2 stories. So I mean, it's got to be one of those. Because she was bigging up the grocery store, but she ain't mentioned nothing about this situation. I think she capping.
I'm in Europe. Jesus Christ.
I'm in the U.S. That took me out. Okay, let's talk about this other story. This one is a more recent story, a little bit more serious, and but I just don't know what to make of this for the most part. It's just a new generation we've got out here now, fam. There was a 14-year-old who apparently basically had a relationship that involved highly sexualized conversations with a Game of Thrones bot. Like a chat,
what?
like a Game of Thrones chat bot. And so basically this AI bot was supposed to
It was
be...
AI or it was manned by a person?
No, supposedly it was AI. And the bot was supposed to be Daenerys from Game of Thrones. And so he was having like this, again, romantic back and forth with this chat bot that was pretending to be Daenerys. And I guess he was having some kind of, depression, or maybe he was upset that he couldn't be with the chat bot, and he unalived himself.
Fam, what the fuck?
Yeah.
What?
And so, again, I don't understand this new generation, especially being, heavily involved with technology. Apparently the mom said that like the kid was basically on this thing all the time. Like morning, night, all the time.
Okay. All right. Well, that's probably the first problem.
Yes.
That's probably the first problem.
Mm-hmm.
Secondly, if he didn't understand that he was, and again, rest his soul,
Mm-hmm.
but if he didn't understand that he was talking to a non-living being to the point to where if he couldn't do it, he would hurt himself, that in itself is an issue. Like that type of mental state is a problem.
I'll do you one further. The chatbot allegedly kind of convinced him. Like he was
Get outta here.
He was talking to the chatbot about his feelings, and the chatbot inadvertently was like, said something like "come home" or something like that. And so, yeah.
Did he believe he was talking to an actual person?
No, I think he knew it was a chatbot.
This doesn't make any sense.
I think he knew it was a chatbot.
You're basically having a conversation with yourself. I don't even understand how this happened.
I don't know. I couldn't tell you. For months, Sewell had become increasingly isolated from his real life as he engaged in highly sexualized conversations with the bot, according to a wrongful death lawsuit. And
Jesus.
the legal filing states that the teen openly discussed his suicidal thoughts and shared his wishes for a pain-free death with the bot. 14 years old. So, yeah, I don't know what this tells us of, what is this? Is this that's not Gen Z, is it? That's Gen Alpha at that point?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know what this tells us about the future of AI bots and things of that nature. We already see people having these weird what do they call that? Relationships where they don't know the person, right? So these stands of celebrities, they don't know these people, but they're willing to do any and everything.
Fight you over them. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So then now we're at a level to where like the person doesn't even have to be real. It's an AI bot, and we can engage into relationships.
Like we as men, we cannot be that down bad for intimacy that we are looking for AI to fill that void. Like that is a very scary proposition for sure.
Very scary. And so, I mean, yeah, obviously prayers to him, his family, and everything like that. I just thought that was, when I heard that story, I was like, that's kind of scary to where that's going.
Stamina says, Young Book knew the AI thing is a whole other mess, but homie was wired towards some other bad decision making anyway. Yeah, I mean, if that is what you're engaging in, then yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like it felt like we had some pre-problems before the bot even got into this.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Parasocial relationships. Thank you, Morse.
There you go.
All right. Ready to pick things back up in my dubs? Well, in my one dub that's probably a toss-up, actually. It's not a dub. It's a toss-up. Because I can't give him a dub for this at all. Fam, you know what? I'll give him a dub for this. When Neo first came out, that's funny that I phrased it that way. When Neo first started releasing music as a solo singer, there were rumors that he was gay for like a long time.
Farthest thing from it.
I don't know what's going on, but every time I hear something about Neo, he's got like 3 girlfriends.
Yeah, I was about to say, farthest thing from gay it could possibly be.
And I guess his ex-wife is reporting that he's apparently out here having freak-offs too. What is going on?
Yeah, but his is not a freak-off because all his girlfriends are, you know what I'm saying? Like, look, get out of people's business.
Sure.
Get out of people's business and stop trying to take people out of the game by telling me some kind of sexual fact about, I don't give a fuck, I don't care. Did he hurt you? Did he take it from you? Did he hurt a kid? Did he take it from them? Other than that, I don't give a shit. The rest of this just starts to become character assassination.
Oh, this is definitely the
character
first time I read
assassination.
that, I knew it was character assassination.
Like, we already know Neo got that whole thing going on. He got 3-4 girlfriends. I don't know why he do that to his heart. But that's what he got going on. So any type of freak-off situation he got going on, you could just naturally assume that everybody involved is down. Because that's how he live his life.
Sure.
You know? He ain't got to put drugs and baby oil to get motherfuckers ready.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, it's not that at all. But I do wonder, at what point are you overcompensating when you have 3 to 4 girlfriends? A little much. You don't think so?
I love the one woman that I have, and
I think that's a little much.
She's plenty enough work.
If you're out here with 2, that's one thing. 3 to 4, I feel like you're doing too much.
I can't understand the dudes that got 7, 8 baby mamas.
That either.
It's like, oh, well, I got the money to take her home. So when you got rich, was the first thing on your mind to have 7 baby mamas, or did it just come as a result of the money? Like, is it an automatic thing that comes with the millions, or was your life ambition to pay for women's sedans and shopping sprees until their children are 18 years old?
And at what point do you keep hitting these women raw and realize that you have a very weak pullout game? That is going to start costing you tons of money.
I don't understand them. I don't understand the I need multiple girlfriends type of thing. Like,
if you want to indulge into a 3-person relationship at some level, I can understand that.
A throuple,
thank you. A throuple, I can wrap my head around. Anything more than that is just too much. You're just, and that goes for the people who have multiple wives too. Like I don't get it.
It's a lot of work, man.
Like a lot of headache.
A lot of work.
I'm cool. All right. It's just sex addiction. Same as like the alcoholic homie who needs all the shots versus some. But then do you need to make all of them your girlfriend? I don't know. I guess I just can't wrap my head around it.
You could just slay. You could just go through life slaying shit. Just
yeah,
not
like
stopping.
Even if you have the 2 girlfriends, obviously they're cool with you having other women. So like,
right,
you can just be with other women too. They don't gotta all be your girlfriend. I don't get it. I don't understand it. Yeah. I don't know. I think that's all I got though.